Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 20 hardest missions in GTA.
I feel like I'm channeling bullshit right now.
For this list, we'll be looking at those particularly difficult missions that left us rethinking whether or not we actually liked the game we were playing. Which mission made you want to pull your hair out in frustration? Let us know in the comments below.
Hey everyone, today we wanted to explore a new game that we here at WatchMojo have been playing and really enjoying. It's called War Robots, and it's a 6v6 PvP experience that puts your pilot in the seat of a fully customizable mech to battle in real time with players worldwide. War Robots is totally free, so be sure to check out the link in the description to get it. You'll get a special bonus starter pack with one robot and weapon, a unique skin, 100 gold, and 50,000 silver. There are 20 unique pilots across 5 different factions to choose from, and each pilot has a backstory and purpose for battling. There are 61 unique mechs with different abilities to pilot, and all of them can be equipped with a selection of 67 different weapons. Some mechs are tanks with high HP but low mobility, while others hit hard and fast but aren't exactly built for an all-out assault. Let's look at some gameplay. Right now, we're seeing the War Robots in action, acquiring a target and taking it down with the help of allies. And this mech is equipped with a badass lightning cannon that decimates an opponent while defending a beacon. Mix and match your robots and weapons to compete against over 150 million players worldwide across 12 maps in game modes like Team Deathmatch and Beacon Rush. You can even join a clan. You can download War Robots with our WatchMojo link and get your bonus rewards right away. I'll see you on the battlefield.
Number 20, Death Row, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
Keep your party on. They call him across town to the junkyard. Bloody hell, you nutter!
Anything with a timer is just plain annoying, especially when you have just over the bare minimum amount of time necessary to complete the mission. Couple that with the plethora of enemies with automatic weapons and a car chase at the end, you essentially have the trifecta of difficulty. By the time you even get to the person you need to rescue, half your time is up, which causes you to rush the gunfights, which are to your detriment, as they will literally tear you to pieces. If you do get to him in time, he's most likely going to be one shot away from death.
You okay to use a gun?
Sure, I guess. Nice to see you too.
Let's get out of here.
Number 19, Sexy Time, Grand Theft Auto 4.
You see this city? I run it. I run everything. I'll show everyone. I mean, look at this shit here. This is a gold phone. Solid. Beat that, Daddy-O.
There's no arguing that the Ballad of Gay Tony is excellent content. It's got fun characters and exciting missions. However, some are more challenging than others, such as this one, and that's thanks to the clunky helicopter controls. Tasked with destroying a yacht, the buzzard you're in can barely keep steady, making it hard to land successful shots. Couple that with having no clue if you're a meter or 10 above water, all while trying to avoid a barrage of the enemy's own missiles. And you have a receipt for disaster. Number 18, Highwire, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories.
You steal the cocaine back for us. It's been impounded. You must steal it before they take it back to the police station.
Ah, yes, another helicopter mission. Our favorite. This mission doesn't have you just flying a helicopter from point A to point B. It requires the player to slowly and carefully hover over a container to pick it up. Not so bad until you have to pick up another one off the back of the truck. When you think it can't get any worse, a dreaded timer appears, and this time you have to pick up a car while you're being shot at. The speed in which you have to move to keep up with the car doesn't make it easy for you to dodge trees and buildings.
Gracias, señor. That was fantastic. Adios.
Number 17, the Triathlons, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Hell yeah, come on.
There are 3 triathlons in total, and you are lured into a false sense of security with the first 2. They're quite short to get through, which means if you don't win, it doesn't hurt to try again. The final triathlon, on the other hand, takes 30 real-world minutes to complete. Your thumb will be in so much pain by the end of it, and if you lose, well, that's another 30 minutes of your time you need to spend again. Can we just go back to driving and shooting, please?
Come on, Franklin.
Number 16, Freefall, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I was gonna send some of the boys over as a little welcoming committee. But maybe you can take care of it.
If you thought the helicopter missions were frustrating, wait until you get a load of this one. Flying a plane isn't a bad way to get around San Andreas, unless it's the one you're using for this mission. It has you flying behind another plane to get close enough to free fall onto it, and you'll be lucky if you can even reach it. One wrong move, and it's almost impossible to catch up, forcing you to restart the mission over and over again. At least when you do catch it, we are rewarded with an outrageous cutscene of CJ jumping from one plane to another. Number 15, The Exchange, Grand Theft Auto 3. You have to expect the final mission of any game to be difficult, and this is certainly no exception. It doesn't rely on any gimmicks or trivial gameplay mechanics, just tough enemies to get through. You're limited in the equipment that you have available to you at the start of the mission, and you're facing off against a ton of baddies with automatic weapons. If you can avoid being shredded right at the beginning and make it to the dam, you also have to keep an eye on the enemies perched above. Number 14, Robbing Uncle Sam, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
It's cause I'm too intelligent for this shit, man. I am the real deal, fool. Oh, yeah. A genius.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think fighting the actual U.S. Army would be the hard part, but no. Here, you have to load weapon crates into the back of a truck. Seems fine, right? It's not until you get in the forklift to load the boxes in do you realize how frustrating this supposedly simple task is. The controls make it a challenge to even line up behind a crate to pick it up. The struggle is amplified by the fact that when you get in position, Ryder is being decimated by troops, which means you have to get out, save him, and get back in. Over and over and over again.
That shit was tight.
Tight? Man, that shit was shit.
Man, you say you down for the homies, but all you do is complain.
Number 13, Learning to Fly, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
So listen, now, you're gonna have to learn how to fly.
No, I ain't.
Yes, actually you are.
Starting to see a pattern here. With a mission title like this, you'd hope they'd go easy on you, but it's quite the contrary. The first two sections of the mission aren't so bad, teaching you basic flight controls, but they quickly jump up a few notches. On your first day learning to fly, you're expected to perform outrageous aerial maneuvers, sharp banks, and harsh landings. The controls are clunky, and there isn't much room for error. One slip up, and you'll have to go again. Nothing like flight sim missions in a Grand Theft Auto game. Number 12, The Driver, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Hillary's a real deal. You ain't never seen anyone drive so fast. I'll give him a call here.
Everything about this race is an absolute nightmare from start to finish. Your opponent, Hillary, drives like an absolute madman, swerving into you in an attempt to slow you down. If you're not being directed into a wall by Hillary, then it's the police who are doing it as they chase you throughout the contest. It also doesn't help that your own car isn't anywhere near as fast as your opponent's, forcing you to race dirty as well.
Okay, I'll drive for you, but please treat me bad.
Number 11. Did somebody say yoga? Grand Theft Auto 5.
Someone say yoga.
No, I think she said whore-monitoring asswipe.
Hello, Fabian, darling.
Namaste, Amanda. Are we ready to practice?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's very centered.
Our favorite moments in Grand Theft Auto happen when we get to take a break from all the violence and destruction and relax. Jokes aside, this mission is more of a nuisance than anything. While the cutscenes and concept themselves are quite funny, the precision required to have Michael conduct the yoga poses without fault will make you sweat and your hands tremble. Seriously, we have never had to concentrate this much in the entire game. If you have even the slightest thumbstick drift on your controller, it's going to be nearly impossible.
Fabian's body with your bank account would be the perfect man.
Number 10, 3 Leaf Clover, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Open the door! Open the door! Open the door!
It's considered to be one of the best missions in the game, but it's also one of the most frustrating. In it, Nico and Packy, along with some friends, rob a bank. The frustrating part comes when you have to shoot your way out of the bank and down the street, heat style. The barrage of cops makes for tough opponents, and the long mission length adds to the frustration. When you're finally done shooting, you have to escape a 3-star wanted level. It's a loud, chaotic nightmare.
You won't forget it, Nico. Here's your cut. I tell Jerry you did good. He might give you a call or something.
Number 9. Sam. Grand Theft Auto 3.
There's a plane coming into Francis International in 2 hours' time. It is full of Catalina's poison.
In this mission, you are given the almost impossible task of shooting down an airplane in mid-flight and then collecting its dropped packages while being pursued by the police. As if shooting down the plane wasn't hard enough, the limitless police make this mission almost impossible, as their sheer numbers are sure to leave you wasted time and time again. You have to drive all the way back to the mainland with a 4-star wanted level, complete with a helicopter. So escape and completion come only to the most patient. Number 8. The Snowstorm. Grand Theft Auto 4. GTA and drugs go together like peanut butter and jelly. So it's no surprise this mission sees Nico retrieving a stolen batch of cocaine for friend Elisabetta. To complete the mission, you have to not only shoot your way through countless thugs, but also a heavily armed squad of Noose officers. Escape is barely manageable, as the police have heavy artillery and the escape routes are blocked. It's a frustrating mission filled with trial and error, and lots of deaths. Number 7. Payday for Ray. Grand Theft Auto 3.
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious.
Remember the good old days of payphones? Neither do I. But anyway, in this mission, Claude is tasked with racing around Staunton Island, visiting 4 different payphones for Ray in a set amount of time. Timed missions are always a pain in these games, as the added stress of a time limit only adds to the frustration. As if it wasn't bad enough, the payphones are very far apart, and the second phone is placed in a spot that appears to be underground, leading you into a dead end before you can barely get started.
Well, this city is one big open sewer.
Number 6. Espresso to Go. Grand Theft Auto 3.
Miguel certainly has some of that famous Latin stamina.
Man, this old game was hard, wasn't it? For this mission, Claude is tasked with driving around the entirety of Liberty City while taking out coffee stands, which are, of course, fronts for illegal activities. As is the custom, your hectic drive around the entire city is timed. And if that wasn't enough, each coffee stand is heavily guarded by cartel members. The mission had such infamy that Rockstar changed the cartel guns from shotguns to Uzis to make the mission easier for players. You know it's unfair when the developer admits it.
Smash them to splinters.
Number 5. Dildo Doodo. Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Those flyers printed up?
Yeah, but nobody's gonna let us distribute those things. I mean, they're just too, they're unimaginative.
Flying has never been GTA's strong suit, as Flight School from San Andreas can attest. And that fault is on full display in the mission, which sees Tommy distributing pornographic promotional flyers throughout the city. The player must fly through small, circular checkpoints to drop the flyers, and of course, there's an annoying time limit. The mission is made especially hard due to the proximity of the checkpoints with small buildings which the plane is liable to crash into. The awkward controls of the seaplane don't help either, making this mission completely frustrating. Number 4. Wrong Side of the Tracks. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Hey, thinking of taking a little ride. 3 Deep mentioned a little something that might put us deeper in the game.
It's always frustrating when the fate of a mission is in the hands of the atrocious AI. In this mission, CJ and Big Smoke are chasing down some rival gang members who are on a train while on a dirt bike. It doesn't sound too bad, but not only do you have to keep up with the train, you have to dodge incoming obstacles, making it a chore to accomplish. The worst offender is the AI. Smoke not only shoots worse than a stormtrooper, but he berates you every time you fail.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
Number 3, Bomb to Base Act 2, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Okay, let's do this then. I can set this baby to detonate, but I still can't use a piece with these hands. Here, this rifle should help you pop some heads.
You would think standing stationary and picking off targets with a sniper rifle would be an easy job. But then again, you would also be wrong. In this mission, you provide sniper support for 8-Ball as he plants bombs on a boat. The mission is difficult because the enemy's locations are so hard to pinpoint that by the time you do, 8-Ball is already long dead and shows very little concern for his own well-being throughout the ordeal. Number 2, Demolition Man, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
I got a problem and I reckon you could help me with it.
I'm no builder.
No, I was thinking more of your demolition skills.
Remember how we said flying was never GTA's strong suit? This is even worse. This mission sees Tommy flying an RC helicopter, planting bombs at various locations to destroy a building. This is probably the first time you'll have tried a helicopter by this point in the game, and let's just say this can be a difficult learning experience. It also doesn't help that, say it with me now, the mission is on a timer, or that there are angry construction workers trying to destroy your helicopter with hammers. Weird controls, a timer, and people trying to stop you? It's basically an assortment of everything which makes a frustrating mission.
You're trying to say this new office block is kind of in the way.
You catch on quick.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Supply Lines, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
What kind of weapons you got?
I've got a prototype of a miniature plane.
Well, with that plane, we gonna go humiliate Bert.
What's with the damn model aircraft? Sure to strike nostalgic fear in any San Andreas fan, this mission is responsible for many an abandoned save file. This mission sees CJ flying an RC plane and shooting Zero's rival courier vans. It's extremely frustrating as the plane has very limited fuel, making the flight across town next to impossible. The trick is to glide instead of holding the gas down, but that in turn makes the mission extremely slow. And that does count shooting the targets, which is way easier said than done. This mission is frustration incarnate.
Smells like victory.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.